Naruto is born. Everything goes according to the canon, only unlike the canon, Kurama is completely sealed in Naruto. Somewhere in Naruto's head. 9 cells appeared and 9-tailed beasts appeared. Kakuo, what are we doing here? Gyuki, I don't know, but this has never happened. Ma, it can be assumed that the father did it. Ku, he can't have been dead for a long time. Hagoromo appeared in the center of the circle of cells. Ha, hello, all. Father. Ha, yes, I did it, he is the heir of my powers, and when he first gets to you, he will offer to be friends, you be angry with him for the first time, and then your business. And he disappeared. Naruto was given his mother's last name so that he would not guess anything. When he was 6 months old, Danzo himself decided to bookmark him. He made his way to his room in the shelter and entered the consciousness of what he saw there. He was shocked. Ku, well, hello dead man. Ma, is the whole world so evil? Shikaku, how low have you fallen? They just destroyed Danzo's mind and now he obeyed them. In the orphanage, he was hated, often beaten up, and not even always given a cush. But Naruto was not a bad guy. He quickly saw through everything and started going to the neighboring forest to fish, so he was not hungry. But I started going to fish after 4 years, and before that, I learned to walk and talk and read and write. He fell asleep. He found himself in the middle of a circle of cages. K, here comes the jailer. Everyone started looking at him. He stared into their eyes for a long time. And I noticed a sadness in my eyes such as I saw when I looked in the mirror. Naruto decided to help them. Let's be friends. Naruto suggested with fear in his voice. Saiken, why should we be friends with you, little man? Naru laughed at the last word. Seriously, they call me a demon of you too. I see pain in your eyes and I want to become a friend, maybe only one friend, but a friend. He smiled with a smile that took all the hatred out of them. All the Biju put their fists over the boy's head. And he stretched out to them. From the hands began to emanate how strong the wind that the cells opened. All the Biju buried the kid, but he just sucked their chakra and became blackly white balls formed behind his back and a staff appeared in his hands. All the tailed ones opened their mouths to see. Few people could enter the cover of all the tailed ones, more precisely, only Rikudo and Naruto. In general, Naru also got a little hoarse, but then turned off the mode. Well, goodbye. Naruto disappeared. They gave him the keys, told him the address and left. Naruto got ready and went. Thus began the adventures of Naruto Uzumaki. A year passed, he trained only in taijutsu and I learned a couple of techniques from the academy. Naruto trained and trained. His taijutsu was at the level of Jonin. He achieved this in 2 years. Biju were pleased with this result, but not everyone is given to learn so quickly. The days of the academy begin. It was morning. Outside the window it was raining. Naruto was sitting and admiring the view of Konoha, and I remembered yesterday's training. Yesterday he tried to release his chakra. Biju did not know what would happen, that is, as they did not know when. For example, a man Jinchuriki fox, the chakra is red. If it's a raccoon, then it's sandy. Cats are bright blue. Turtles of the swamp. Monkeys lava. Kakuo is more white. Slug Saiken it's pink. When Chome, she is lapis lazuli. And the octopus is of the same color as himself. Here Naruto begins to release the chakra, and she divided into a part of all 9 colors. It was very beautiful and that's it, but this chakra is very sinister, just like Jubi's. If someone had entered the hermit mode at that time, they would have passed out for sure. Naruto is now looking out the window and still watching. He decided to get dressed. Biju was given a jacket and pants. She had the same texture as when Naruto entered the 2nd level Kurama chakra mode. These sweatshirt and pants were made from the chakra of all Biju. He got dressed, combed his hair. Again, his hair did not hear about gravity and he went alone. He saw the children who were walking with their parents. When he was walking, he looked into the bruschetta and did not notice, but then he collided with the Hokage and Uchiha family. 4 Hokage had 3 children, Menma, Naruko and Minako. He ran into a guy named Menma. He apologized seeing it was his joint. But here, Myung, do you even know who my father is? Menma said with a proud expression. Why didn't your mom tell you that? Naruto's lips rose at the edges. Men, Hohu, N, O, you're also deaf, Naruto has already left. But then Menma's fist flies at him, Naruto let out a little chakra of all the tailed ones, which made everyone shit themselves, and Naruto left with his hood back on. At the ceremony, the Hokage made a speech about the will of fire and Naruto, he counted how much grass on the ground. In one word, I suffered from bullshit, even though it's not in one word. Well, okay, after the speech, they pulled out an inflatable balloon that reacts to the chakra. Me. So all the children go to the ball and release their chakra and the ball to repaint. If the ball is green then class C, if the ball is yellow then B, and if red then A. Everyone came up in general, only the Hokage children got into class A. Since everyone knows that they have Uzumaki blood, which is cool, Uchiha and Hyuga in class B. There were not so strong clans like Yamanako Nara Kimichi Aburame, and in C without clan, now it's Naru's turn. Me. Naruto Uzumaki, Naruto started walking, everyone became interested to see that he Jinchuriki. Naruto took off his hood and released his chakra, she had 9 colors, the ball turned black and burst all effigy from such power of the chakra, just everything, Naruto stood and placed him. Naruto Uzumaki Class A. The father who abandoned the child to the mercy of fate said in a trembling voice. Everyone went to their classes. Naruto entered the class. There were 4 girls, and the strangest thing is that they are all from the Hyuga clan and the Uchiha boys and one Naruto Uzumaki, well, the faggot Menma Namikaze, but we will never know that he is a guy or a girl. Well, Arika came into the classroom. He looked at everyone with kind looks. Even Naruto, which the latter did not really expect, and even the thought flashed that their teacher would be a new person on Naruto's list who treats him well. But it had to be checked, and, hello children, I am your new teacher Yumano Irika, let's get acquainted. The first one I saw was Menma Namikaze. I am Menma Namikaze, the son of Hokage and in the future Hokage. I love the family and hate the demon. Then Hanabi Hyuga came out. Ha. I Hanabi Hyuga love family and clan, I hate such things no. She proudly declared. Then Hinata came out. I Hinata Hyuga love family and clan, I want to become, I don't even know who I love. And Vona glared at Nara. Biju inside was already thinking about how the wedding would take place, and they neighed like animals. Nara remembered how he saved this girl from bullies. Then another Hyuga came out. I am Krashiha Hyuga, I love my parents, my hobby is to enjoy the view of Konoha, I hate there is no such thing. And the last Hyuga in their class. I am Ariga Hyuga, I love family and clan. I love training, I hate traitors. All Uchiha were secretive who were provided with downs in the 3rd degree, as Tobirama would say. Here's Naruto's turn. I am Naruto Uzumaki, the heir of Uzushio, the goal is to restore the clan, and the hobby is training. Naru said with a normal human voice, but for the chakra, this childish babble was not suitable. All the girls ran after one Uchiha. His name was Sasuke. The whole lesson they said at recess. A familiar Uchiha Sasuke approached Naru. Hi Naruto, let's be friends. Wow, and what did Uchiha need from me? Sa, don't think that if I am the son of the head of the clan, I will shout about it at the skin turn, especially since it's my father who is the head and not me, so. Well, let's be friends. Sasuke sat down next to Naru and they started chatting. And you really are Uzumaki. Maybe I'm a half-breed, but in training I noticed that I have a lot of chakra and I don't get exhausted quickly, and the shadow cloning technique was easy for me. Clearly cool, lucky you. Why is the Uchiha clan also a powerful clan? Well, it's fun for me to be one of the last members of the legendary clan, yes, and a huge amount of chakra gives a lot to roam. I totally agree with you. But Sharingan is also a cool thing, and you have already awakened it. Yes, I have awakened and activated it. 2-volume Sharingan. Wow, how did you wake him up? My hamster died. Sasuke said with a grin. They talked a little more, then the lessons ended. He came home and cooked himself a ramen outside the window and it started raining again. Naruto go into the subconscious. Kurama mumbled in a sleepy voice. Naruto went in there. Lay the great 9 Biju, Shu, Naruto, lets you learn the summoning technique. Yes, But who should I sign a contract with? With me. N. Yes, well, you have a contract, Fox. But what about me, the great and terrible Kubi. N. But in fact red-haired schizophrenia. Biju laughed at Kurama. Okay, write your name in blood on my tail. Naruto signed it. N. Kurama, and you will be able to take a slightly smaller image in your form. But of course, everyone go ahead, and he found himself in his bed. N. From the flea-ridden rug, you'll do nothing for me. Naruto went to the farthest range. Naru noticed this because Kurama gave him the ability to feel emotions. Naruto came to a distant training ground. He broke the seals and shouted. N. Summoning technique. Anbu became interested that the boy already has a call. Kurama appeared in front of him about 7 meters in size. Hi Naruto. N. You'll give me a ride. So that I am a great and terrible nine-tailed demon fox rolling some kid. Naruto made kitty eyes. Okay. N. Climbed on a fox and they jump up trees. But then Kurama stopped. N. To her, who are you going to get them out of my house? Yet. But as you noticed me, I am masterfully hiding the chakra. N. And I didn't track you by your chakra. An. But how then? N. From the fox. I have the ability to feel emotions. An. Clearly. N. Come on, let's get in the way of life. Anbu disappeared. He started flying to the Hokage's office. He got knocked up. Me, what is Kakashi? Minato sensei Jinchuriki. Now I've seen him riding the fox. Kubi. Me. But how Kubi got out of print. Jinchuriki summoned him thanks to the summoning technique. Me. And why are you sure that it is a fox? Suddenly this animal is under the henge. Because Jinchuriki spotted me and said that he feels emotions thanks to the fox. Me. Okay, cover up the surveillance and call me Irika. After 20 minutes, Naruto's teacher came, and, hello Hokage. Sama needs something from me? Me, yes, I need a lesson on Jinchuriki and Biju on Wednesday. It will be something like an open lesson there. I will be the head of the Uchiha and the head of the Hug. Irika realized that he had to give 100% in front of these people and, okay Hokage-sama, since today was Monday, Irika began to prepare and there were no lessons on Tuesday. And Naruto just wandered around Konoha talking to fleas, but here came the middle. Naru knew that he knew everything about this topic. Better than anyone, Naru got up early and went to the academy. Hokage Fugaku and Hayashi were there. Minato, what are you hiding? Seeing both Jinchuriki and Biju is not an academic topic. And even more so in this class are Jinchuriki. I got the information that the fox was at large and was riding his own Jinchuriki on himself. And even more so Jinchuriki can use the ability of the face to feel emotions. Hi, yeah, well, it's interesting. This guy is interesting to make friends with Biju, and with whom? With the fox himself. Now the lesson has begun and, hello children, today will be the topic of the lesson of Jinchuriki and Biju. Let's start with the Biju. They are also called tailed beasts. There are 9 of them in total, 1-tailed to 9-tailed. They are weapons for battle from a trump card if there is a war, because they have incredible strength that people should have. Then the Jinchuriki are people in whom the Biju are sealed. In the villages they are treated as heroes, because they respect them. So, Irika sensei, and you can tell me about the life of Jinchuriki and, good. Well, in general, in the villages, the Jinchuriki hate, beat up, inflate prices at times and are lucky if the Jinchuriki are an adult or have a family. But if you are a Jinchuriki and you are an orphan, then welcome to hell. And the most important thing is that people don't even try to understand people. They see only the shell, but in fact they are more humane. Asked how are you? Let's be friends. But no, they see the shell of the beast. And the most important thing is that once again when you get beaten up, even the Anbu who should be watching you, that's what the life of the Jinchuriki is. Everyone was stunned by this answer and, okay, so the kids know something about the tailed ones, who got up and seemed that there were 9 of them. Someone said where the Biju were, and so let's talk about the Jinchuriki of our village. There were several of them and all the Jinchuriki. Kubi, the first was Mito Uzumaki, the second Kushina Uzumaki, and the third is unknown. Why is unknown? Naruto Hokage muttered softly and the heads of the clans heard it. But Menma also heard. And it's like you know who the third Jinchuriki is. Well, Jinchuriki Kubi is me. Minato stood up and asked with his trademark smile how he found out. Hokage-sama, it was just they call me a demon, plus I read about such a seal and I will say that it is unlikely for some cat, especially after another beating I managed to chat with a fox. Minato sat down and everyone fell silent. And, okay, the children went to practice, all including the Hokage and the heads of the clan. Exited, everyone calmly fought. Hyuga activated their Byakugan and Uchiha Sharingan, but then it was Naruto, Sasuke and Menmi's turn and, so Naruto vs Sasuke vs Menma fight started. Naruto immediately wanted to finish the fight and he succeeded. In a second, Menma and Sasuke fell. In a second, Menma and Sasuke fell. I thought it would be more difficult, men. I'll give it to you right now. He got up and ran, and Naruto, but Naruto's speed was a little more for Minato's speed without Hiration. He instantly knocked out Menma. The baby is still a long time before me, and the winner is Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto thought that he would send clones to the academy. He did just that, for all 6 years, and someone did not burn it. He trained like hell 24/7 and now he will be able to fight 1, or maybe even 2 Sanins without using the Biju chakra, and if he invokes Kurama, he will defeat the trinity that he learned: Kato, Fireball, Great Fireball, Fire Dragon, Phoenix Flowers, Great Fiery Destruction, Explosion of Dancing Flames, Song of Fire Dragons, Raging Flames, Fire Squall, Suiton, Water Shots, Water Spikes, Water Shuriken, Heavenly Cry, Blast Wave, Water Mirror, Water Dragon, Futon, Rasen Shuriken, Air Breakthrough, Air Push, Air Bullets, Air Storm, Raiden, Chidori Raikiri, Kirin, Double Lightning, Electric Punishment, Dog of Lightning, Ball Lightning, Element, Lava Rasen Shuriken, the element of magnetism, Magnetic Rasengan, Techniques without elements, Rasengan, Big Rasengan, Planetary Rasengan, Small Rasengan, and one of the most fucked up pieces in Naruto's arsenal is the truth-seeking balls. Only now he can't turn them off. Everyone fucked up when they saw some balls from behind Naruto, but Naruto didn't care. He was strong, but his strength didn't spoil him. He often smiled. Naruto also fell in love with Hinata, and often followed her, but he still did not confess to her. Then he thought, here is the last day of the academy. The sun rose over the sleeping Konoha, spreading its rays often. These rays had only one purpose: to wake up the one who fell on them. But there was also the flip side of the coin, although it was a fairly harmless function, but for the main character it was hell. Naruto wanted to sleep. He finally learned all 6 ways of Rinnegan yesterday, which took him 2 years, but Naruto was glad because he thought he would use all the ways except for the summoning. He did not want to kill. He especially likes Deva's way of controlling gravity. He also likes the way of Prita, but it was not particularly useful to him since Naruto had a chakra. At least he didn't want to take it, but in close combat, he could suck out the opponent's chakra. But Naruto, when he went to the academy, wore the mask of a fool, so he was a binary. But I always won in sparring. Naruto did not notice how he was already standing in front of the stove and cooking scrambled eggs. He was thinking that he became a shinobi. What to do next? What to do next? Well, it seems to become a Hokage, but he wanted peace, and sitting in a chair there was no peace. He began to think about the great plan to save the world from hatred, did not notice how he had already started eating. He began to taste the forbidden fruit. It was how delicious that there was a feast in the colon area. There were Biju about there, so they partially also appreciated the taste of Naruto ate. It seemed like he always ate like that, but today he seemed to have eaten 5 elephants, had a bite with 4 bulls, and after a break brought 5 rams. He felt fine, but he was done. He started washing dishes. Naruto finally finished. He put on a white hoodie. On the back there were 9 volumes and a circle with inner circles. And there were 6 volumes around the neck. The pants were bright red. There were different black lines on the pants. He also wore a necklace with 6 tomo. Finally he came out. He walked. He did not walk for 5 minutes for a long time, When he came everyone was already sitting. I will describe the situation that was to Konoha at the moment. Minato served the Hokage for 10 years and left. Granny Tsunade became the new Hokage. Konoha rose. But everyone did not see the demon. There were few people who hated him, and Naru he was a fool. He helped everyone even though they only hated him. Who knew that this child would become the savior of the world and save him from hatred? But no matter, in Konoha there were two pretenders for the role of the child of prophecy. It was for Menma Namikaze or Uchiha Sasuke. Over time Naruto began to get along well with Sasuke, but he was always modest, did not allow himself much. It did not like Sasuke and they stopped communicating. In a word, Naru was like a fairy tale, not no caresses, but he remembered the phrase of teacher Kurama, everyone will always underestimate you, make them pay for it, was the second phrase. In the shinobi world, those who do not follow the rules are scum, but those who do not save friends because of these rules will be 10 times worse than those scum. But despite the fact that Sasuke didn't want to talk to him, he still wanted to make friends again. In general, everything was according to the canon, but there is one thing. And, team number 7 Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Sakura Haruno, and Hinata Hyuga mentor Minato Namikaze. Everyone was envious of the team 7 saw himself for Hokage their mentor. 6 So everyone parted with their jonins, but the last one came to Minato. Me. Hello kids, I'm your new sensei, let's go to the top. And Minato disappeared in lightning. Naruto followed his example and also disappeared in lightning. He appeared 19 meters from Minato. Hokage himself was surprised to see it was the flight of the thunder god. Then everyone came. Hinata broke a sweat and wanted to fall, but then one of the balls flew out from behind Naru and picked her up. She stood up and blushed when she found out that it was Naru's ball. Me. Okay, let's get acquainted. I am Minato Namikaze. For Hokage leaves, a dream to become a Hokage. The goal is to protect Konoha. Then you are pink-haired. I am Sakura Haruno. I love one guy. A look at Sasuke and the goal is to become a strong kunaichi. I am Sasuke Uchiha. The goal is to surpass my brother and awaken Rinnegan. Hi, I am Hinata Hyuga. I want to prove to my father that I am worthy of his attention. The dream of becoming the wife of one guy. A look at Naru. N. If you are interested in knowing the name of the demon Konoha, then I will introduce myself. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. The goal is to rid the world of hatred and free all tailed. From these words Minato shuddered because for 6 years he did not remember more than once about Naruto. Me. Okay, well, follow me. Everyone followed Minato. He brought me to the training ground. He took out the bells and guess what? Me. You have to take the bells from me. Fight like you want to kill me. Everyone hid in the bushes except Naru. Me. Why didn't you hide? N. I've read a lot about your skill and it seems to me that your sensory system is well developed. Naruto joined the taijutsu battle with Minato. He defeated him light. Minato jumped back. Me. And you're smart. Na. And you are blind. Minato sensei. And then Gudadama broke out of the dungeon and took the bells from Minato. Me. And who will you give the bells to? I repeat, there were 3 bells. Naru approached the team and gave all the bells. Me. What are you going to do? Minato asked, intrigued. N. I will go. And so there is a team of 3 and I am not interested in the title of genin. Everything is exactly Hokage I will become. And Naruto left, but then Sakura and Hinata ran up to him. C and X. Naruto-kun, take it, we didn't do anything, you took them. N. You are strange, but I can't take back what I gave to someone. Me. You all passed the test. Everyone cheered. And Naruto just started crying. X. What is Naruto? N. Nothing, I just have to feed one red fox every day. Now, Sasuke, Sakura and Hinata did not understand, but Minato understood and now he will follow Naru. Me. So children, tomorrow will be the first mission. He smiled at them with his usual smile. Ska, Minato sensei, let's celebrate. And Hinata and Sasuke looked at their sensei with the eyes of a cat. Me. Okay, let's go to Ichiraku Ramen. N. I'm not going. Me. Why Naruto? N. I need to refine 2 techniques. Me. Good, Team 7 did not go to Ichiraku in full force. Kurama got out of print. Ku, heh, and I thought to you that everything would be like this. N. Okay, I want to finalize the Rasengan and Rasen Shuriken. Ku, how exactly, N. In Rasen Shuriken the element of lava and in Rasengan the element of magnetism. Ku, no, I understand with Rasengan, but fuck the Rasen Shuriken, it's already an S-rank technique, you want to give another plus to it. N. Yes, you're right, okay. I'll just finalize the Rasengan. He summoned a clone and they began to make a Rasengan of the element of magnetism. An hour later they got Naruto added a little element chakra and was already well attracted so that he could add a lot to anyone's ass. N. Okay, let's go to Ichiraku. Ku, I haven't eaten since birth, it will be interesting how much I eat. N. Okay, just take 8 tails. 8 tails were drawn into Kurama. He jumped on the shoulder of a friend of the animals and went to Ichiraku. Surprisingly, Team 7 and Kushin were still sitting there. Naruto just walked over and sat down. N. Hi Tucci, those. Hello Naruto, I see you bought yourself a fox. N. You could say that, give us 6 servings, those. You used to order only 4 that you have already switched to 5. N. No, it's just that this fox is voracious, maybe he looks small, but he has a mind like a tailed one, for example. Te. Good, Kurama jumped down on the table and began to wait, portions were brought to him and Naru. N. Bon appetit. See you, and Kurama only bowed to him. Those, wow, I see he's all right. N. Yes, sometimes it seems to me that he lived for more than 1,000 years. They ate chicken for half an hour, and the first cheese was eaten. N. I'm telling you, if you bring him another 5 servings, then he won't want to eat. Tucci brought another 5 servings of which 3 were chicken cheese and 2 were Naru. N. Well, see you later, old man. Kurama jumped on the blonde's shoulder and they went, switched to Minato. Me. Tucci-san, and when Naruto started coming to you. Te. And I remember him at the age of 4, he began to visit us, and my daughter Ayam taught him to read and write. Me. Wow, and he thought at this time Menma only walk and talk indistinctly and Naru is the son whom he abandoned because of fear in the face of the 9-tailed. He was already thinking about returning Naru to the family, but he was afraid of Kushina that she would say that he lied to her about Naruto, that he supposedly died. Naruto came home. He fell asleep without changing clothes. He just fell asleep. He dreamed of the world he so desired. The world is where all countries were in the world. Children ran around not knowing the fear of war, but he was nowhere to be found. He realized that these were predictions and decided to sacrifice himself for the sake of peace, and he decided to leave the village after 5 years. He was asleep and woke up. He was the first to go out and come near the residence where they agreed to meet. Here they all came. They all went to the Hokage's office. Me. Hello Tsunade, Tsu. So Team 7, according to the news to me from Minato, you deserve a mission of rank. See. Everyone smiled that they think about them that they are not weaklings. Tsu, you will accompany Tazuna. And the old man with a bottle of sake entered the office. This IC small IC of the day will accompany me. IC New York, especially this blonde that he has behind the balls behind his back is clearly a weakling. Gudadama flew out from behind Naruto and just attached the old man to the wall. Naruto teleported to Gudadama and said. N. If you call me a weakling again, I will put you in my strongest genjutsu. There you will die 1,000 times and then just die. Tazuna sighed and barely uttered, I'm sorry. Me. In an hour at the main gate, they all disappeared. Naruto was walking home thinking about something. He was thinking POVNRUTO, if the mission is of the whole rank of Tse, then why was it the team that was chosen? As for me, the strongest genins and yellow lightning, something is not clean here. Naruto thought maybe this mission would flow into the highest rank, and this is as good as possible if a strong enemy attacks them. He will check how Biju seems to have an impenetrable defense of the Gudadam. He did not doubt their strength, but as they seem, trust but check. He was thinking of confessing to Hinata that he was down. That is, he loves her. Yes, it was decided when he saw her, he confessed, but then, as the call of fate, he saw Hinata, and she went into the alley. Naruto walked briskly towards her. He realized that she had entered the alley since it was an emergency road to the clan. N. Hey Hinata-chan. Hinata recognizes this voice from 1,000. Hi, Dita Naruto-kun. Hinata said blushing. N. Are you sick or something? In general I wanted to tell you something, I like you maybe. Before he could finish, Hinata fainted. She woke up and they were sitting on the roof. N. Hinata-chan, and why did you faint? I just thought you told me that you liked me. N. So it's true. Hinata wanted to faint again, but she felt warmth on her lips, and when her eyes appeared to the whole world, she saw that she was kissing Naru. She could only dream about it, and then everything happens in reality. N. I've noticed how you look at me for a long time, so I knew that you liked me since childhood. But then Naruto blushed. Hinata-chan, will you be my girlfriend? Why yes. N. Okay, so far, Hinata, we need to be at the Konoha gate in 20 minutes, and don't tell anyone yet, then you'll tell everything. He smiled his trademark smile and disappeared into the lightning. Hinata came to her senses and ran. They are all standing at the gates of Konoha. Naruto was just standing near Hinata and sleeping, and Vona was thinking about something, so Minato appeared. Me. So we're all on our way. They walked for a long time as an alcoholic. That is, Tazuna is not a shinobi, he could not move quickly. Minato and Tazuna were in front, then Sasuke and Sakura, and Naruto and Hinata enclosed the rectangle, but then a UFO appears from there. The Yaoists jump out, marry Naruto and Sasuke and take them away to shoot Otsutsuki with the help of playful pistols. So jokes are jokes, although they are not joking with hooligans. They were walking calmly at an average pace for a person, but we know that everyone there is a good joke. A small puddle appears. But it rains every day, and just a small puddle even smelled like a tub. One Gudadama got into a broom and went to pick up shinobi from there. To Naruto's surprise, 2 renegade shinobi crawled out there. Their pins lightly made handcuffs like the bald one from Brazzers and tied them up. Me, you're a Zabuza Momochi demon of fog, Naruto whinnied, behind. What are you laughing at, little one? N. Her demon. Let's fight. So let's say the demon of the mist against the demon of Konoha. Za. Why do you think you're a demon? N. QB is sealed to me. Za. You're a boy anyway. N. The fight starts in 3:21. Naruto flew at him in taijutsu to the surprise of Zabuza. He defeated him, and then Naruto wants to take the last blow as ice senbons flew at him. Naruto deviated from them. Me. Children, run away. Naruto just released the chakra of the lava element and all the senbons melted. Haku. So I'm not the only one with an improved genome. N. No, unfortunately I have them. The element of magnetism, Rasengan began to attract Haku, and it was badly crumpled. But then Zabuza and Zaku begin to play in full force. Minato and Naruto began to fight shoulder to shoulder, covering Sensei's student. After an hour of arrows. N. Okay, it's time to end the massacre. Futon, Rasen Shuriken. He made a Rasen Shuriken and threw them a shuriken from the action of the technique. They died suddenly. Me. Wow, Naruto, what kind of technique is this? N. Minato sensei, this is your technique, only I used the wind element in the Rasengan, and the Rasen Shuriken technique of S rank came out. Me. Wow, you really have 3 genomes. N. Yes, lava, magnetism and boiling. For lava there is a Rasen Shuriken of lava and a magnetic Rasengan. Me. Cool. Sasuke, Sakura and Hinata came. Me. Naruto killed those 2. Everyone looked at Naruto. N. Yes, I just threw a technique at them. They all moved on. We got into the boat and sailed. N. What are you? We are swimming very slowly. The currents are strong and do not come out. Naruto went to the edge and began to do a Rasengan. He put it in the water and they formed a motor that works on the chakra. So he sailed in half an hour. They went into the house and began to settle down. The genin slept in the great attic. They went into the room. Naruto laughed. Me. Naruto, what is it? Hi, Naru-kun, something happened. N. I remembered how they hated me in the orphanage, and I also slept in the attic. Oh, so much. Everyone became sad after the words spoken by Naruto. N. Okay, I'm going to bed. Naruto threw himself on the bed and fell asleep in a second. A new day has come. They all went down to the kitchen. Everyone was already sitting there. Everyone was discussing what they would do today. Minato said that he would train them in chakra control, and it's a good idea to train if everything kills you. Exactly. Gato and his Naoniki. On what did you say? In what I've heard you'll never understand, you have a mom and dad who are ready to give their lives for you and a bunch of friends. To say that I have, okay, I have a childhood in which I was beaten every time and hated by the whole village in training. I went out of my way to become stronger. And what did you do to say that you ever shed a tear because you haven't eaten for a week? Why haven't you eaten? Because of money. There wasn't. Naruto is gone. Sasuke, Sakura and Hinata thought that's why Naruto almost does not show his emotions. He is afraid to trust himself so that later he will not be stabbed in the back. Naruto summoned Kurama. Here are the scans of Kurama to me. Why are you trying? And he doesn't take you seriously. They are afraid to look into the soul. They are just afraid of the opinion of others is important to them. Like you see, Uchiha is friends with a demon, but Hinata is another matter. She's in love with you. He thought about Hinata and his heart felt warmer. He called the rest of the Biju in a small form and they sat down on Naruto, who went where, who on the head, who on the shoulder, who sat on his feet. In general, there was enough room for everyone. I am glad that you are my friends. I hope after my death you will find friends who will be with you until the end. All Biju, we've already found it. Everything, Isabu. Naruto, you are the rebirth of the sage 6 ways and he is our father. You can say, Saiken, we can say that you died in a previous life and we found you. From this news, Naruto was so lucky that he was the Jinchuriki of all Biju, and then there was the reincarnation of the sage 6 ways. Cool, okay. While I went, he went out. There was no one at home except Inari and Tsunami. Tsu, oh Naruto, you've already woken up. Minato-san said he was waiting for you in the forest. They are training there. Good. Naruto disappeared in the lightning and appeared around the 4. Me. Oh. Naruto, you're already awake. I didn't sleep. Me. Okay, today we are training chakra control. Go to the tree without hands. Naruto silently went to the tree. Me. Wow, when did you manage? I learned to walk on water and trees at the age of 7. Me. Clearly, maybe sparring. It's a sin not to refuse. They moved 30 meters away. They started sparring while Minato was winning without techniques. Naruto chopped the cover of Kurama without tails, that is, he was conscious. Now Naruto was calmly winning. Minato jumped back and started doing Rasengan. Naruto did too, but it was a scarlet Rasengan. They both ran and when there were 6 meters left, both threw the kunai of the thunder god. They both appeared above the wind and both wanted to slash at their backs. Only Naru overdid it and slammed into the ground. Me. I propose a draw. This is the outcome I like. Naruto got up and went to the river. And Minato thought how Naruto looks like him, only Naruto is more brilliant. He thought to tell Naruto about the fact that he is their child and return to the family. Naruto has been training physically for the last months. He realized that he had reached the level of Kage and when he gets Rinnegan, he will be God. All 5 days were spent in training, but when they once again looked at the construction of the bridge, they saw 6 mist swordsmen in the distance. They began to fight. It's been a long time. When Minato, Sasuke and Sakura and Hinata were injured, Naruto couldn't stand it. He entered ten-tail mode. He turned white, his robes were like Obito's. He took off. Scum, how dare you? I am Naruto Uzumaki demigod, I will kill you slowly. 6 Gudadam turned into sticks and began to streamingly approach. They pierced through them. When they fell to their knees, everyone asked, Swordsman, who are you? It is not necessary for the dead to know this, but then the Gudadama flew out. The swordsman looked at Naruto with surprise. And each stick was divided into 6 small sticks and stuck into each. Naruto shook himself off and started to go wake up those. To her, all of you, the massacre is over. Minato pretended to pass out and saw it all. Me. What kind of regime was it? You don't have to know, this is my secret and you can't teach him because I almost let it slip. Me. Well, okay, but I noticed that a terrible chakra started coming from you. I was scared. Well, what sources are such a regime? He smiled. They completed the bridge and named it Naruto. They started walking home. They walked along chatting merrily and Naruto and Hinata were holding hands. Minato was thinking how strong Naruto Was and if they had faced off in an estimated fight, he would have lost. Naruto constantly talked with Hina on various topics and smiled with a trademark smile. Finally they saw Konoha's gate. They went to Konoha. An unexpected thing happened. Sasuke apologized to him for not wanting to be friends with him and they became friends again. The following day they gathered near the residence. Me. So, children, I allowed you to take the Chunin exam and, cool.sa, wonderful sack. Wow, we're finally becoming Chunins.n. Yeah. Me. Let's go and practice. They all went to train. We came to the landfill number 7. Me. So today we will learn your chakra elements. The first Sasuke, Minato gave him 5 leaves, the first crumpled, the second burned. Me. Well, Raiden and Kato, the second Sakura took 5 leaves and she had 2 elements Dayton and Kato. Me. So the third Hinata came up and took 5 leaves, she had the first Kato verses and the second Raiden. Me. Wonderful Naruto, Minato gave him 5 leaves. Give me 2 more. Minato looked surprised and held out. He put the sheets between his fingers. The first one was cut, the second burned, the third crumpled, the second got wet, the fifth turned into magma, the sixth 2 tops were primagted, and the third boiled and the sound went as when the kettle boiled. Everyone opened their mouths. Me. Wow, but from where? Sa, and how to understand the last 3. Me. This is an improved genome. Sa. Wow. The pink-haired one said. Me. I have only 3 elements: fire, wind, and lightning. I will teach you the techniques of my student Chidori. He began to explain the principle of creating Chidori. They trained all day except for Naruto. He slept. By the end it turned out to be only 2 seconds and small SAS. And why is Naruto sleeping? N. Why do I need a Chidori if I have a Raikiri? And made it. Me. Raikiri is an improved version of Chidori. N. Yes, but I use Chidori at the very least. I have a Rasengan from Lightning Kirin. Me. Kirin, you know Kirin, N. Yes, very cool technique. SAS. And what is this Kirin? Naruto made a fiery dragon. The dragon flew into the sky, clouds formed there and Naruto shouted. N. Raiden Kirin. And some kind of dragon from lightning drove into the ground and a crater was formed there at a depth of 5 meters. N. And this is from what I call Kirin. All officially. N. And this is from what I call Kirin. Me. Okay, we're all going. Tomorrow at the academy in the 301 auditorium there will be the first test at 11:00. They all dispersed, then all the tails came out of print. Only they had 1 tail each. Naruto went to Ichiraku, everyone else started rubbing against his skin causing a positive sensation. N. Well, how can you refuse such cute animals? They didn't walk to Ichiraku for long, now they have already entered Ichiraku. Those. Wow, I see you found yourself some more animals. N. Yes, and I'm not Nada anymore. Te. And why not Nada? N. Well, I really like these 9. Well, there is another animal, but it seems to me that he is dead now. Okay, give me 11 portions of ramen. After 45 minutes, everything was ready, each was given 1 serving. N. Bon appetit. The animals only turned to Naruto and bowed to him. Everyone started eating. After 15 minutes, everyone ate. N. Goodbye old man. All 9 tails jumped to the Nim, when he had already gone to a distance of about 150 meters. N. What are we going to do? I am, sleep. And the turtle fell asleep. Now I will answer how they all fit into Naruto. Kurama and Matatabi were sitting on their heads, Shikaku and Isabu on the left shoulder, Kakuo and Son Goku on the right. Saiken and Chaomei are in the right pocket and the Gyuki is in the right pocket. Ku, hanging around Konoha all night. N. And why not? Naruto sent 2 clones to sleep. And he wandered around Konoha. They talked all night and when Naru wanted to sleep, he scattered 2 clones and began to stay awake and then Isabu stood up. Is. And Naruto, didn't you sleep? N. There are no norms for us anyway. Saiken, you've always been the laziest of us. Ku, they forgot me. Gyu, no, you were in second place. Ku, I mean, I'm always the first on the second. And then the altercation began. N. So don't quarrel, be quiet. Tail, yes. N. Okay, go to the press, otherwise the Jonins will scare me. I'm going to the exam. Everyone got involved in the press and Naruto walked with a calm step to the academy. Along the way, he met a team of sand. Hyuga is a normal person. But Hyuga is 2 months older than Naruto and Shikaku was in him and he still has the element of magnetism from Shikaku and means that he perfectly controls the sand. Shu asterisk Naruto. This guy with red hair is my ex Jinchuriki asterisk n. Asterisk seriously asterisk. He went to the academy. There he was met by his team. X. Hello Naruto. N. Hi Hinata. He walked up to her and hugged her. His team responded to this action, and then they stopped fighting. They went into the corridor, but Naru realized that it was genjutsu and he dispelled it. It was 201 office and they went to 301. They entered the auditorium. A man with scars on his face came into the office, and, I am Morina Ibiki. This is the first stage of the Chunin exam. Now you will be given leaflets and you have to answer questions. Sheets were distributed to everyone. Naruto wrote everything correctly. Ask how and I will answer. The help of Biju's knowledge from their previous Jinchuriki. Half an hour later, the 10th question came. Before I ask the 10th question, I will say if you can't answer it incorrectly, then you will remain geniuses forever, and if you are going to leave, then the whole team will leave with you. Half merged and the other half didn't even blink an eye. Congratulations. You all passed the Chunin exam. I'll get ahead of your question. How? I will answer that we need people who are always confident in their actions. A hellish hum began and Mitarashi Anko's muse flew in through the window. I am Mitarashi Anko, I am the examiner of the second stage, follow me. They all went to the landfill of the forest of death. So there will be a second stage at this training ground. It will be tomorrow at 10 o'clock and it will take 5 days for the goal to come to the center of the forest in the tower and have 2 scrolls. You will first have one and take the second one to another team. Everyone go get ready. Team 7 first prepared for the exam well. According to the type they took food and water. Shuriken of Kunave. They met at training ground 17 and started training. They first sparred, then did physical exercises. Well, the exercises ended with throwing kunai. They all went home. Well, like all Sasuke and Sakura, and Naruto and Hinata went to prove to Hinata's father that Naru was worthy of her. Thank God only Hayashi was in the house today. Hinata told her father everything and he agreed to sparring. They went out to the landfill at home. Chi 321. This 8 trigrams 64 blows of heaven, and that's when Hayashi was supposed to hit Naruto. Gudadama flew out, returned to the bracers for legs and arms and arrested him, and he was lying on the ground. He wanted to escape, but it was impossible. Well, I am worthy of your daughter. Yes, you are worthy. Naruto walked up to Hinata and kissed her. I'm going, otherwise I need to sleep until tomorrow. Naruto came home and went to bed along the way talking with his personal schizophrenia. Do you think there will be someone strong there? Dream. No Kaneshno. If you want to use Gudadama and the mode of all tailed ones, then Kage will not be able to cope with you. You're right, but when I wake up Rinnegan then I will become the strongest and 5 Kage will not be able to cope. They probably won't have a chance, and if they don't cope, then we'll leave because it's a shame and a shame for all tailed Jinchuriki. Alright, you're mean. Naruto changed into night clothes. It was Kigurumi. It was red in color. In the abdominal area it was black. There were also ears in the form of a triangle. These ears ended in black. There were 9 tails that also ended up with the color of the night sky. He laid down on the bed and took a ticket to the kingdom of Morpheus. He dreamed of Hinata and how they were in the area of the 16th anniversary walking around Konoha, and there was a world that the sage did not do 6 ways, but which Naruto should do. But at the last moment of sleep, the landscape abruptly switched from sleepy to rainy. He saw the funeral. He only managed to read the god of the world Naruto Uzumaki. He realized that this was a prophetic dream. See about this outcome he wanted. Naruto woke up and went to wash his hair. Was already like Minato sensei's. That's why my mother gave birth to me so beautiful. Looking at myself in the mirror, I said to myself. I don't understand such beauties. Okay, I'll go. Somewhere in the subconscious, the tailed ones drowned themselves in their tears of laughter. Naruto came before the forest of death. He sat down and listened to what Anko was saying. So she noticed that Naruto was falling asleep and threw a shuriken at him. Gudadama flew out from behind Naruto's back and just took a shuriken and shot at Anko. Vona barely spoimala shuriken. Everyone was given scrolls. And they went into the forest. He formed a platform of 8 by 8 meters from 6 good odds. N. Sit down and we will fly. Naruto lost only 3 Gudadamas from behind. They didn't have to wait long. They heard screams and screams. They saw Orochimaru and he was walking towards a girl with red hair. Another Gudadama flew out of the back and sent Oric flying. Naruto ran up to her. N. And you're from the Uzumaki clan. K. Why yes, my name is Karen Uzumaki. Naruto ran up to her and hugged her tightly. N. Little sister. K. I mean, the red-haired girl with eyepieces said. N. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. K. Little brother. And she hugged him. Sack. It's a family intrigue, but the snake came crawling. The fight between Snake Sanin and Naruto began. A kick in the side from Naruto. Orochimaru blocked it. Kick with the other hand. Block. Or. So you got caught. N. Remember my words, I didn't lock myself in with me, but you locked yourself in with me. Suddenly that platform disbanded and all 9 good odds in the form of sticks stuck into Orochimaru. He spat himself out and they began to fight. Only Orochimaru fought not against one Naruto, but also against 9 Gudodams. Past half an hour. Then they began to run out of steam. Or, baby, you're not bad, it's a pity to kill such a person. Naruto laughed. N. Remember never attack all-tailed Jinchuriki. Orochimaru did not understand, but then Naruto chopped the cover of all Biju, and all the monstrous ki went to Orochimaru. Orochimaru had to leave because going against such an opponent unprepared is stupid even for someone as strong as him. He escaped to the 9th Hussarship. Naruto turned back into a human, thank God, because of fear. No one heard that Naruto Jinchuriki all Biju. The platform has formed again. N. Let's all go, but Karen, what kind of scroll do you have? Why I don't want to continue the exam anyway. N. Well, okay. Og quickly took the scroll from the team of Shino Aburame Kiba and Sai Uchiha. They came to the building first and opened the scroll. N. And you want to become a Konoha shinobi. Ca. Well, that's fine. N. Well, Naruto printed 2 scrolls and Minato appeared there. N. Hello Minato sensei. This is Karen Uzumaki, she wants to become a Konoha shinobi. Me. Fine Uzumaki, I thought that you and Kushina would come to my office after the exam. He disappeared. They trained for 5 days and everything was fine there. The fights went according to the canon, not counting the fact that Naruto knocked out Kiba from the first blow. Me. Hello children. I want to tell you that we will meet in a month in the place where your sensei will say a lot of people will come trained to win and become chunins. Everyone dispersed. That's how Naruto spent a month in the morning. He trained his newfound sister and walked with Hinata in the evenings. And so a month passed. Here came the day where Naruto had to fight with Neji. The first was from the fight. Don't give up, you weakling, you can't beat me. N. What are you saying? Not. A loser never fails to defeat a genius. 8 trigrams 64 blows of heaven. Naruto deliberately exposed himself to the blow. Not. The examiner. I won. N. What are you saying? Naruto found out about the sad fate of Hug. You think you have a hard fate and you're cool. You're another unlucky guy who doesn't want to resist fate. You're a fool if you think that. Not. What do you know? He told his whole story. N. You're a fool. At least you had a father-loving sister and you beat her up like that. She loves you like a brother. You have those who love and respect you and you. I'll put you in your place. And entered the 9-tailed mode. Not. But how is this possible? N. I have a friend who is sealed in me. He is also called a demon, but he is only a good fox cub with 9 tails in his soul. Just no one understood him, but I understood and we are friends. He literally started beating up Neji. Neji got up. N. You are tired of 8 trigrams of 128 heaven strikes. Naruto entered the full kurama mode. A fox demon covered in golden fire appeared on the field. X. The fight is over. Naruto turn off the mode. The winner is Uzumaki. Naruto. Naruto turned off the mode. Naruto turned off Kurama's cover mode and he just lay down under a tree. He was sleeping. Everyone looked at him in surprise, but in an instant he just disappeared and appeared in the ranks of the audience. The fights were like in the canon, stunning fight. Shikamaru and Temari both stood out with mental abilities, and as wisdom says, you need to think 3 steps ahead, but Shikamaru thought for that his genius was highlighted again. You ask how there was a hole like in the canon, and this is Naruto when he activated the full cover of Kurama. The earth could not stand it and made such a lot of moves for the audience. Here came the battle of Gaara and Sasuke. They were equal in strength, so Sasuke broke through the first stage of Gaara's defense and activated the Sharingan on which 2 volumes were visible. Gaara sharpened himself with sand. Sasuke climbed the walls and a cluster of blue lightning began to form in his hand. The sound of 1,000 birds began to emanate from the lightning. He started running and still grazed Gaara's shoulder. He was afraid of blood and he passed out. Sasuke Uchiha won. Sasuke Kun won with a bang, came various shouts from the Konokovites. Sasuke was infuriated by this and he just snorted. The battle of Menma Namikaze and Random Uchiha has come. X 321.me, give up, you can't beat the Hokage's son. He summoned a clone and made a Rasengan on his hand. In response to this, Uchiha activated Sharingan, which also had 2 volumes. Menma ran at him. The screeching of the girls, Menma-kun, make him Menma-kun, was heard, to which he only smiled and loved himself and continued to run to Uchiha. On this action, Uchiha released a fireball with a diameter of 15 by 15 meters, which surprised the audience, and Menma deactivated Rasengan and made 2 clones of Uchiha. Did not notice how he did it, so Menma started running at him again with Rasengan. He already wanted to grab hold of how Rasengan flew to him from the clones. X Menma Namikaze won. Yes, Menma-kun won was heard again, so familiar to the public. He went to the place. X the final exam for Chunin Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, Menma Namikaze Dog, no Temari and Aburame Shino. All the above-mentioned genins passed on the field. After 5 minutes, the fight began. Sasuke and Menma ran into Shino and Temari. They quickly coped with them because Sasuke's fire killed Sasuke's bugs. And then they ran into a poor yellow-haired girl. Sasuke turned out to be a traitor and betrayed Naruto. And again they are not friends. Me. To her, you're a demon, give up, you won't win, I mean everything, I'm stronger, I'm a child from the prophecy and I have all the girl's parents' friends. Naruto became gloomy and emotionless. Yes, but what about me? I see stronger, I made friends with a fox, I went through pain while you finished your father's money for another one, I was lying without a chakra after training. Besides, the prophecy says that a child will come to one of the tailed ones who will offer to be friends, and see the first meeting. That's exactly how it went with the fox. Me, the tailed ones are demons, they have to kiss us people's feet and give the chakra, he's just a bunch of chakra. If you had said that about me, I would have forgiven, but about my friend. He said this word putting all the hatred that Didi all-tailed fade against the background of Naruto, but then something happened that someone did not expect. Naruto to have a Rinnegan, but it was not simple. It was bright blue with 6 tomo. Me, these are Rikudo's eyes, give them to me. Well, alright. Naruto pulled out an eye, take it, you said give it back, I give it back. Naruto put it back in with the help of the Madara technique that he used when he took the eye from Kakashi. Menma twitched. You're a strange one, first you ask, then you refuse. With a fake misunderstanding, Naruto asked Naruto and Sasuke ran into the Jinchuriki. He only used the first technique that the tailed ones remembered, namely Shinra Tensei threw them away. And they really say these eyes are divine. The bearer of all Biju said with great admiration and joy. They ran into Naruto again, and he only dodged and knocked them both down with one kick. They stood up again. But Naruto just lay down on the ground and started looking at the heavens. They exchanged glances and bumped into him. But it turned out to be an illusory barrier. Remember this and forever I am a member of the Uzumaki clan, which means that I have the ability to Fuinjutsu. they got up again and Sasuke made Chidori, and Menma Rasengan. They started flying. Naruto just raised his hands at chin level, and when they had already touched the hands of the technique, Naruto said, "N. The path of prettiness, these eyes." And I only showed a small part of the abilities. They went berserk. They pulled their hands to each other and made Chidori Rasengan or Rasengan Chidori. However, it does not matter. N. Shikaku, let's make an impenetrable defense shoe. I've been waiting for this for so long. Sand began to rise around Naruto. They started running at him, but they only broke through the sand defense. N. Well, the jerks have played enough. Now it's my turn. He took out 2 kunai of the Thunder God. All officially except Minato, because he is their sensei and saw that Naruto can do it. And Sasuke and Menma didn't pay attention to it. N. Although there is no such eye in the arsenal, I found one technique that is 100 times better than the flight of the Thunder God. Me. Shut up. They strengthened their fist with chakra and flew at Naruto. Naruto just took a shuriken and threw it up. No one understood anything, but when there was a meter left to Naruto, he shouted, "N. Aminoto Jikara." And Naruto swapped places with the shuriken. Menma and Sasuke hit each other, and besides, Naruto bumped into them with Rasengan. He was noticeably weakened. Naruto had not played enough yet. N. And I found a new technique of the eye. I can summon a 10-tailed form from the moon. Well, I won't, because Rikudo will take offense at me. Sa, you're fucked up. N. And I have something to do with it. They accumulated a full supply of chakra, and again Menma made Rasengan and Sasuke Chidori. Naruto stretched out 2 hands and said, "N. Ben Shotonin." Since Menma made a Rasengan in the right and Sasuke in the left, Naruto pulled Menma's left hand and Sasuke's right. During the flight, the technicians froze because they could not control them. When they reached out, they wanted to strike with their foot and free hand, but Naruto pushed them away with the help of Shinra Tensei. N. To her, "Do you have any other techniques besides Rasengan and Chidori?" Sa, "Well, you're all tired of me. I'll prove that Sharingan is stronger than Rinnegan." He activated his already 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Sa, "Menma, give us our combo." With a sly grin, as if this combo can be on the neck. How some damage, Naruto said to Sasuke. Me, Hirosho. Well, the result there also repeated his grin. Sa, Kato, a big fireball. Inhaling a lot of air and exhaling already a fireball with a diameter of 15 meters, Sasuke said. Me, an air breakthrough, and a lot of very much air went from it, and the fireball became much stronger in appearance. N. Well, of course. Swithin, a water bullet. Naruto spat out a water bullet with a diameter of 20 centimeters. Me and Sa, "Ha ha ha ha," as if this bullet can do something. But they did not finish the fact that their ultra equipment was finished, and that's it. And now I am Kato, the great fiery annihilation. They realized that the technique is very strong, although they did not want to admit it. Sasuke began to transfer the chakra to Menma, and Menma, in turn, began to do a lot of water element techniques to put out the fire. They succeeded. And they continued the fight. Well, as they continued, they began to accumulate chakra, and Nara just watched. That's when their stocks became full. The battle began with renewed vigor. Me, futon, air push. Sa, phoenix flowers. N. Oh, by the way, I have perfect control over all the elements with the help of Rinnegan. Then Dayton, an earthen wall. And the wall of mud did everything. N. So now I would like to, oh yes, definitely do this technique. Kato songs of fire. Dragons and dragons flew into the clouds. Menma and Sasuke thought that Naruto was fucked up, but somehow an experienced shinobi who owns the element of lightning and knows what such clouds are for. N. Raiten, Kirin. A much weakened Kirin got fucked in them. They fell for 5 minutes. N. The examiner continues the fight. I'm giving them time to rest now. Ku, asterisk Naruto in general, you have a little gene of the first Hokage, and when you awakened Rinnegan, these genes began to spread faster through your body and you awakened Mokuton. N. Asterisk it's wonderful. Asterisk Kurama showed the battles of Madara and Hashirama, and Naruto took away such an average Makoto technique. when they rested, they stood up and the power of youth boiled in them, as Guy would say. And you won't believe it, it was heard from the audience platforms. Well, now Makoto, entwining trees, and they are entwined with trees, everything is simple. Officially vid the boy had a Rinnegan element of wood and even a Biju in the middle. Well, few people knew about the latter. Then this fact is simply amazing. After 5 minutes, Naruto still let them go. Sa. Well, you finished playing Menma combo A.me. Hirosho, it will be a great victory. With a wild grin, as if Madara, after 371 glasses of vodka, invites Hashirama to Makak. Well, in general. Sa. Kato, the fire dragon. Me, futon, an air storm. 2 children shouted at once and these techniques flew and soon turned into one stormy fire dragon. Well, purely out of respect for your fathers, I will end these techniques not just with some wall of dirt, namely. Dayton, earthen peaks. In general, I do not know if such a technique is in the anime, but peaks just break out of the ground and about 15 peaks grew, but the technique of Menma and Sasuke was able to break through all the peaks and hit Naruto with Enmi, Urea. Well, finally my shadow clone was hung up by a car. Somehow I slept for a long time. Me. But how? They were already getting mad. That's right, I'm pleasantly surprised that you can do such good combined techniques, but unfortunately the technique of this level does not work on me. By the way, do you think I can use Rinnegan Genjutsu on you? Believe me, these Genjutsu are at the level of Tsukiyomi, somewhere like this. Well, I won't play around, you can restore the chakra. The audience was happy with the fight and shouted for the fight to continue. The examiner looked at Tsunade, and she nodded in response. 10 minutes later, when they filled the chakra reserve, the fight continued. Kato, phoenix flowers, clumps of fire flew at Naruto successfully evaded them. Me, futon, dissecting breakthrough, futon, wind wave. Sa. Kato, the great fireball. Raiden, the dog of lightning. Naruto ran a dog out of lightning. Naruto just absorbed it with the help of the path of pretty, and the techniques were really powerful. And even managed to hook Naruto. So let me get something from my arsenal. Mokuton, the creation of the forest, trees began to grow within the arena and it became like a forest. Naruto quickly started attacking them. He quickly immobilized, the forest has fallen back into the ground. And a new battle began. Menma, give me the cable. Me, good Sasuke. Sa. and me, the electric cable. They ran on Naruto. Sa. Come on. Naruto just grabbed on. Me, let's have a double zipper. Sa. Yes, come on. They had bunches of lightning in their hands and they connected with blue lightning. Their task was to tie Naruto. They ran at him and Naruto just used a Minato instead of Naruto. Sasuke appeared. Menma noticed it right away and stopped the technique. He ran into him in taijutsu where Naruto gave him one punch and one. Now Sasuke flew at him and Menma and Sasuke were already flying at him. But then Naruto shuddered. And do you remember how you mocked me? Naruto now started attacking. His taijutsu was at the highest level. Guy, yes, that's what I call taijutsu, the power of youth is boiling in you. The green beast of Konoha was screaming. He gave them one gift and knocked them out. X. Naruto Uzumaki won. When Sasuke Uchiha and Menma Namikaze wake up, there will be a fight between them. Naruto just teleported to Hinata. Hi, congratulations to you. And she hugged him. Thank you Hinata. He responded to her hugs. Half an hour later, they got together. Same, you have already woken up, now you two will fight against each other. Sa. Come on, loser, you'll never beat me. Me, it's you, give up, you don't know how to do anything. Meanwhile Naruto and Hina. Yes, you see what friends they are. Hi. I agree to throw at the first opportunity. I end the arena. X. 3-2-1 battle started. It was a fight, not just a schmuck with a schmuck, but schmucks who had hundreds of fans, hundreds of shouts like Sasuke-kun, win it, or Menma-kun, win it, do it, could be heard from the audience platforms, but what to do about it? Naruto would have already used the Tengai Shinsei technique, but refrained. Well, fast forward to the fight of the schmucks. Sa. Chidori. Me, Rasengan, the technicians collided forming strong vortices. Me, air breakthrough. Sa, phoenix flowers. And the techniques collided again. The techniques were equal in strength, but we should not forget that the element of wind is weaker than the element of fire, and in this technique Sasuke won. Menma barely dodged the phoenix flowers. Here a new round has begun, and the technicians who started this round are. Me, futon, air bullets. Sa, Kato, a fireball. The technicians collided this time. The force was on Menma's side because Menma has much more chakra and he was able to release quite a lot of bullets, which in turn neutralized the ball and flew already on Sasuke. Activated Sharingan and he managed to dodge. Then the fight was in taijutsu. Menma attacked Sasuke. They fought almost on equal terms, but Sasuke had Sharingan and this is a strong reinforcement. But don't forget that Sharingan had less chakra. What not to say about Menma? Uchiha's goal is for Menma to use more chakras than him, and so it happened last time. In this round there was an air storm and a big fireball. Me, futon, an air storm. Sa, Kato, a big fireball. And two stronger techniques collided. After the techniques dissipated, then they both rested for the next round with a big shast. Sasuke had it regenerated more soon, so now Sasuke had 100% of the chakra and Menma had 72%, but these 72% were equal to his 100. So lucky. A new round began in taijutsu. A blow from the right hand from Menma, a blow from the left foot from Sasuke, and now they are already standing on different sides of the arena preparing. Sasuke and Menma fold the seals and. Me, a wave of wind. Sa, songs of fire dragons. And two stronger techniques collided. They could not sell out, but it's worth noting that the Menma wind held back Sasuke's fire. You understand that Sasuke's technique is stronger, but Sasuke used much more chakra. Me, vacuum ball, and Menma's technique went to help in the confrontation of Sasuke's technique. Now they have become wounded in strength and Sasuke took advantage of this, replaced himself with a clone and ran to Menma. Menma, in turn, was also cunning, only they ran in one direction and Menma did a Rasengan. Two techniques collided again and they flew away. By the time the Menma air and Sasuke fire techniques had already stopped their action, a new round had begun. And it began with the vacuum wave and fire dragon techniques. Two mighty techniques collided and formed a shock wave, who threw them away. The two of them slammed into the wall. They stood up. Me, futon, wind break. Sa, fireball. They ran to their techniques doing Rasengan and Chidori. When the techniques were used, Menma with Rasengan and Sasuke with Chidori used the technique. After 20 seconds of technical contact, they flew away. Me, futon, wind storm. Sa, the song of the fire dragons. And again. The enemy's techniques flew at the enemy. The techniques were good, but still there should be one winner. Menma's technique pushed through Sasuke's technique and Sasuke used Sa, Kato, the great fireball. Both were exhausted and began to accumulate chakra. Minato and Fugaku Kaneshino were proud of their sons, but Minato was so proud of Naruto that he would now go and say congratulations to you, son. But because of his fear and the elders, they finally resumed the chakra and started a new round. Sa, come on, loser. You'll never beat me. Me, and how are you still far away from me? And he hit him with his fist and Sasuke kicked them off. Sa, Kato, the great fireball. Me, futon, air breakthrough. Two incredibly strong techniques collided and began their fight. Unfortunately, no technique wanted to give in and they mixed into one and boom explosion that covered a diameter of 15 meters. Unfortunately, the explosion did not reach the rivals. They started sparring on their hands. They were far from Naruto taijutsu, but they somehow competed. Menma versus Sasuke. I wonder who is stronger. About everyone had such thoughts. Also they hit one blow again and flew away. Me, futon, an air storm. Sa, fire dragon, and two strong technicians fought. But Sasuke's technique was much stronger. Me, futon, balloon futon, air breakthrough. Now the battles of the techniques were equal and yet no one knew when it would end. At the moment Sasuke and Menma fell to the 5th point and watched the battles from the techniques. Meanwhile Naruto noticed that after receiving Rinnegan, a mutation began. Now he looks like this. He realized that he had turned into Otsutsuki. Because the tales that all Otsutsuki are pale-skinned with white hair and so on. He was completely pale-skinned, his hair was now not yellow but white. And he looked like a clan representative. His Rinnegan was ordinary despite the fact that there were 6 volumes on the nearest 2 circles to the center of the eye. I repeat, he has 2 Rinnegans. Also his hair has grown out now. They were even bigger than Minato's and it looked beautiful, and most importantly they still did not know the concept of gravity. Hinata, seeing her boyfriend, was surprised by his quick infidelities, but she liked it. Moving to the arena there, the taijutsu battles were in full swing, but they were exhausted and jumped back to charge the chakra. Me. Now I'm going to win. He did a Rasengan and ran. Sasuke did not hesitate and also ran. Along the way, making Chidori 2 techniques again intertwined. And after 5 4 3 2 1 boom explosion they bounced back. Me. Okay, I'll finish the fight with 1 technique. Sa, and not for long. Me. Switten, water dragon. Sa, Raiden, Raikiri. He made Raikiri. Menma realized that he would lose, and the lightning would come straight to him on the water. That's how it happened. Menma passed out. X. Defeat Uchiha Sasuke, but then Sasuke passed out because of the exhaustion chakra. It was very difficult for him to use Chidori and then Raikiri. The doctors checked and said, then the Hokage came out. Tsu, now we have announced the list of people who passed the exam. Tsu, Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, Menma Namikaze, Dog no Temari, Shino Aburame, Shikamaru Neru, Hyuga Niji and Hyuga and Hinata. Thank you all for being on the exam. Everyone went to rest. Team 7 also went. They gathered at the bar, unfortunately not Ichiraku. Me. Congratulations on passing the Chunin exam. Ni sai hi sak, thanks to Minato sensei. They laughed. They started to eat Minato all the time, thinking about Neru. Now he has a Rinnegan and he was only strong from good Adamami, and now he is a god. They finished the kushits and went home. Naruto was cheerful, so he spent the whole night wandering around Konoha again. The next day, Naruto called Tsunade Senju, or the 5th Hokage of the village of the Hidden Leaf. Tsu, hello Naruto. Hello Tsunade-sama BHQ. As I would not be sad to say, yesterday there was a council of clans and all clans except Uzumaki, Namikaze, Senju and Uchiha voted to expel you. Here Naruto's heart was pounding. Naruto smiled at her with his smile, which at the moment for Tsunade was heartrending to see such a smile his younger brother had. Granny Tsunade is good. What time can I still spend? Tsu, tomorrow. At 1500 hours. Said Tsunade in a soft tone. Goodbye Bachan. Yes, despite the fact that Naruto did not return her to Konoha, they became good friends as in the canon. Hinata ran up to him, and her father told her everything. Hi, Neru, why did they do that? Said sad Hinata. I would like to know. He said with his usual smile, I'll leave with you. As I understand it, I can't dissuade you. Hinata just shook her head. Then let's make it look like I kidnapped you. Let's go to your father from the beginning. They went to the Hue area. They all competently discussed. The plan was as follows. Naruto breaks the mirror in the middle of the night. Hinata specifically shouts. Naruto leaves a note stating that Neru kidnapped her and don't worry. Then Hayashi takes it to Tsunade. And so everything is in the black and Hinata is not nukenin. Everything is cool. Yeah, okay, I'll let you just keep an eye on her. Good. He smiled and went out to his old house. He sat down on the bed and began to think what to do and realized that this was just a gift of fate. He had an ideal plan for world peace. Only it is necessary to attract strong shinobi to this. But the cozy door to his hut flies out and Kushina appears. Earlier how to understand that Naruto is alive. Minato is an asshole, that is, he was alive all the time. Me, yes Kushina. Minato said with fear in his voice. We quickly ran to him. They flew out of the house and ran. Let's go back to the present. Kushina ran up to Naruto and hugged him. Me, my dear son, forgive me. Nothing, Mom. They looked at Naruto in surprise. Well, Look, I knew that a long time ago. I'm sorry, go to the Suna there, the 4 Kazekage race will help you. No, Mom, I have other plans. He hugged her. I don't hold a grudge against you. Me. Let's go to the restaurant. They all agreed, but Naruto made a shadow clone. We will continue to monitor the clone. The clone came to Shursui and Itachi. Itachi and Shursui, I want to invite you to follow me and become Nukanins, and what good is that to us? I've been following you for a long time and you don't like your clan, so I have a plan for world peace. Naruto told them the plan. Sure, and you are ready for such a sacrifice. I am ready to sacrifice myself for the sake of peace, and, okay, I'm in. Sure, me too. Great. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. near the main gate of Konoha, and the clone disappeared. Naruto spent the rest of the day with Hinata and his parents. 8 am Konoha main gate. Well, Shursui and Itachi, are you ready? The way will be long, and come on, Aizu, Itachi and Shursui, where are you going? One of the Eternal Guards asked. They just knocked him out, and by the way, he already made a plan with Hinata. And Tsunade and Minato should already know for a minute, so they ran quickly. Well, as they ran, Naruto ran, turned on the completed 9-tailed mode, and they already ran in the fox. Naruto hid the fox's chakra by max and he managed to hide for half an hour. She was already spotted, but it was too late. They moved so far away that even in a day they could not reach further cover. He turned off the cover and began to run. They turned out to be on the territory of the Rain Country. They set up camp there. It was a weak country, so no one spotted them. Somewhere in the shelter, you heard he left Konoha. Did the red-haired guy say, "Wonderful Nadeus"? He agree. Said a guy with hair the color of Kurama's skin. He is our last hope, they hope. Said the girl with blue hair. Back to Naruto. They have broken up a logger and are already roasting bulls. Me. And when you create an organization. To begin with, we need to know about us, otherwise the Akatsuki will not be afraid. We will fulfill the mission, we will earn money, we will create a shelter, and we will already hire people, especially since I see 3 chakra lights approaching us. And I noticed one of the Uzumaki genes, though they are about 11 to 12 years old. But okay, sures, at what distance are they? About 100 to 300 kilometers, okay, you need to put tents and a barrier. He put up a barrier that was 2 times weaker than the barrier of 4 crimson lights, but feeds on Senchakra. They started putting up tents. In general there were 3 of them, one Naruto from Hinata, she was big, the other Itachi, the third Shursui. They went to bed. They slept all day and woke up in the evening. Naruto, at what distance are those lights? Somewhere 5 to 6 kilometers. Well, in general, we will meet our guests soon. Sure, okay, I'm going to use Koto Amatsuki to attract the bull's court. Good luck. After 20 minutes, Shursui brought a boar. They will be here soon and not already here. 3 men appeared in front of them. Well, hello guests, what did you want? I am Nagato Uzumaki and my friends would like you Naruto-san to take us as students. Well, you can introduce yourself. I'm Conan. Yeah, I'm Yahiko. Well, fight with me and I'll tell you. They stood 3 against Naruto. The fight began. Nagato immediately stopped Bansho Tenin pulling Naruto to her. Conan attacked him from the sky. She could fly with her wings made of paper and Yahiko was skilled in taijutsu. You know, Nagato, you own a Rinnegan. Conan, you have an unusual way of fighting. I quite like it, and Yahiko is good at taijutsu. All 3 shouted hurrah. Okay, there will be training tomorrow, but now let's get to know each other better. They all sat down near the fire and the trio put the chopsticks. They began to get acquainted, talked about themselves, and so their day ended. They all went to bed. They all got up. In the morning Shursui wanted to stop catching bulls, but Naruto said. Shursui, we have more, and first of all, first training. Well, in general, I didn't sleep all night. Yeah, and who was hopping all night? I heard you didn't let me sleep. Well, okay, I decided that we would break up in pairs or a trinity in general, first H and Nagato, then Shursui and Yahiko. And Hinata, Conan and Itachi. everyone stood up in pairs and began to warm up and then to spar Nagato's first fight against Naruto. Well, Nagato, let's check who uses Rinnegan better. Na, what about Naruto-sensei? Both shouted Shinra Tensei. Two waves collided and a small explosion took place. They realized that this would not work and began to use who that well, more precisely, they began to use transformations. And then nothing, they started using techniques. But Naruto used a Minodajikura. He appeared near Nagato and threw him to the ground. Ng, well, damn, I lost. Okay. Yes, let's see the fights of others. Shursui versus Yahiko. Shursui naturally won. Well, it's not surprising. Yahiko used different techniques, but still lost. Yaz, water bullets, water dragon, two techniques collided. Well, apparently Shursui got angry and ran at Yahiko using Kato's techniques as protection and still defeated him. We switched to Konan, Hinata and Itachi. They were equal in strength. Seeing the style of combat as Konan, Itachi and Hinata did not meet and they even lost, but Konan made a mistake. Co. Suetun, water jet. High, right in the lightning flow and the lightning went through the water and it was neutralized. Now the fight was between the owner of the Sharingan, the reverse side of the coin, the soul that became darkness. After 3 years of TRNG, Nagato used Rinnegan. Well, his favorite path is the path of Virgo or Tendo. Naruto was using Rinnegan on a level with Nagato in the canon at the time of the battle against Naruto. And Itachi exchanged eyes and now they both have Eternal Mangekyo and 3 abilities, namely Amaterasu and Tsukiyomi from Itachi and Koto Amatsukami from Shursui. By the way, after receiving Eternal Mangekyo, the recharge began to last 6 years. Konan has honed her fighting style to such a level that people will think that when she uses her papers, they will think that she uses the magnetism genome. Yahiko, he trained Suetun all the time and now he has this element at the level of Tobirama. And Hinata can now see 100 kilometers ahead. They created the Akatsuki organization, which means dawn. The dawn of the shinobi WRL. They traveled for a very long time and stopped at the borders of the land of fire. Our Naruto-sensei, why we stopped? Said a Rinnegan boy with red hair. N, it's time to declare yourself already. Naruto said with a wild grin. Everyone else smiled. They stood in one line and released 1/10 of their chakra. Their chakra was so powerful that even if a 2-month-old child who had learned a little sensorics would feel this chakra. Besides, they had a particularly dark chakra. Meanwhile in Konoha, Sakura, Sasuke and Minato entered the office as they had already done the mission. Let's discuss Sakura and Sasuke's abilities. Sakura became a first-class medic who possessed Byakugo and was maybe a little weaker than Tsunade. Sasuke exchanged Manjik Sharingans with his father and now they owned Tsukiyomi and Amaterasu from Sasuke and the seal of submission from Fugaku. Fugaku did not use this seal in the clan. Well, back to the conversation. Me, Tsunade herself, we completed the mission. Tsu, well, Minato. Before I could finish, a strong surge of chakra from the sunrise of the sun passed. There was only one thing, but Minato, with the help of sensorics, found out that there were 7 sources, and in order to throw out such power, you need at least all Kage, absolutely all, and the first Mizukage, Tsuchikage, Reikage, Kazekage. Also in this chakra he felt the chakra of Naruto and Itachi. In others he recognized the chakra of Hyuga and Uchiha. Tsu, Minato, what is it? Quickly rising from the chair, Tsunade asked. Me, I spotted 7 sources of this chakra. Also in this chakra I recognized a little Naruto and Itachi chakra. It also looked like Shursui's chakra and someone from Hyuga. 3 other sources I do not know. Tsunade assembled a team of Niji, Minato, Sakura, Sasuke, Kakashi and Shikamaru. Tsu, go there quickly. They all disappeared in a flash and went there. To run their 142 kilometers, everyone was thinking about their own. Sasuke that there will be strong enemy. Sakura thought really Naruto is there. Shikamaru was thinking how to drive them into his shadows, although it was a forest, so there should be no problems. Minato thought it was an opportunity to see his son after so many years. Kakashi and Dick knows what kind of hentai he has in his head, so they stopped for a rest and the source of the chakra was walking slowly towards them. Let's move on to our heroes. The main attire of the Akatsuki was a white kimono. On the back there was a 9-volume high collar on which 3 volumes were visible on each side, and the kimono was tightened with white almost, on which there was again a 9-volume. But there was one thing in these kimonos, but they had a hood, and now they were in these very hoods. The next day they ran into each other in a clearing. Shikamaru immediately pulsed Shadow A of the front one. Sure, I thought it would be more difficult, said Shika. The famous shadow of the Nara clan, but they are not against the path of Prita, and then the shadow just sucked into the main one. Okay, now I'm a mind transfer technique. Ino's consciousness moved into Naruto's subconscious. When she found herself in his subconscious, she was just taken aback. There were all 9 great Biju standing there. They knocked it out in one breath. And that's all the famous Yamanako clan can do. This voice seemed familiar to them, but they forgot about this owner, and then everyone flew at him in taijutsu, to which he stretched out his hand. Shinra Tensei. And all those who flew at him flew away. Me, who are you? Intrigued for himself, Minato said. We are followers of the Ninshu ninja faith. We are also followers of the Sage of the 6 Ways, and members of the Akatsuki organization. And they all threw off their hoods. Naruto, Hinata, Shisui and Itachi appeared in front of them, and they did not recognize the others, but what made them angry was that in this organization many people have dojutsu. Shisui and Itachi Eternal Mangekyo, Hinata Byakugan, Naruto Rinnegan, and another person Rinnegan. What you need from us? The already grown-up blonde man asked. We need to return 3 of them to Konoha, Sasuke said as he activated his Mangekyo Sharingan. It, stupid little brother, Itachi whispered softly, and for luck Sasuke didn't hear it. Well, then Minato's team started running to Akatsuki, but those, Naruto, Itachi, Shisui and Nagato, the art of shinobi barrier for crimson lights. And in defense of them and as a sign of their strength, a barrier was raised. Me, what, but to make such a barrier, you need at least 4 shinobi not lower than the rank of Kage. They say that such a barrier is 10 to 20 times stronger than the barrier of 4 purple lights. Our organization just grinned at all this. Nag. Now you understand the difference in our powers, said the red-haired Uzumaki. Sack, Minato sensei, we're going to have to use a trump card. Me, no, why, even if we use a trump card, we will not be able to make this barrier. Sure, Minato herself, and if not to destroy, but to create, Shikamaru said while rubbing his beard. Me, okay, let's try. Minato sealed the scroll and began to fold the seals, and when he had done everything, Ito Tensei shouted, here, if not Tobirama, not Hashirama, did not give their soul to Shinigami, and Hiruzen gave it away. 2 coffins with the inscription 1 and 2 appeared in front of them. When the coffins opened, 2 legends of the shinobi world Tobiram and Harem appeared from them. Tobirama looked around and saw a barrier of 4 crimson lights towering in front of him, and those who made the barrier were 17 to 19 years old. Why were we called also with the help of my equipment? Me, hello, the first Sama and the second Sama, I am the 4th Hokage. Konoha called you to help return 3 S++ rank Nukanins. Ha, yes, well, then the village is still alive, the cheerful Hashirama said as always. Me, well, yes, but at the moment I'm not acting. Ha, yes, and then who is the 5th Hokage? The god of shinobi said he was interested. Me, your granddaughter is Princess Tsunade. Ha, the village is still intact. Hokage did not have time to finish as his brother. What we need to do? Tobi asked, as always cold. Me, well, we need to break down this barrier and defeat them, Minato pointed out. Although the words were given to him very difficult because he treasured his son very much, but the duty of a shinobi, Hashirama and Tobirama took a detailed look at Akatsuki individually. 2 have Rinnegan, 2 have Mangekyo, or even Eternal, because there are too many images on the eye socket, and 1 Byakugan users. After examining his own, he saw in 1 Mangek or Eternal Mangek. The second user Byakugo is one from the Nara clan and another with a transplanted Sharingan, and it was clear from the clothes that they were all John's Konoha. Ha, well, since that's the case, we attack. And they ran. Minato appeared inside the barrier, as Hinata and Naruto had the seal of the Thunder God on them. Since they were his former students, Minato attacked Nagato and the barrier crumbled. The battle began. Conan took off with the help of Naruto's wings from 5 episodes, made a platform on which everyone stood up, and he took off. So the Otsutsuki team high, Kato, Golden Song of Fire Dragons. On Futon, Air Storm and Hinata's techniques for mixing with Naruto's technique flew into them. To Suetun. Water Dragon Suetun, compressed water bullets. The dragon technique flew first and slightly weakened the Akatsuki technique, and when the second technique flew, it weakened the technique once again. Ha, Mokuton, wooden wall. And a huge wooden wall appeared to protect the Konokovites. Ha, Mokuton, a tree golem, and all Konokovtsi towered over the golem. N. Well, it's interesting. Sure, sway Itachi, be affectionate to me. Susano. It. Are you really going to call him? N. But of course. Naruto grinned. N. Summoning technique. After making the seals and biting his finger until it bled, he shouted Naru, and a 9-tailed fox appears. At the moment it was covered with 2 Susanoo, one red, the second green, while Hashirama was catching flashbacks. The golem has already parted ways with the fox, but no matter how the golem tried to go against the fox and also against a bunch of techniques of wind, lightning, water, earth and fire, it was difficult. Kurama had a Tatsuka sword floating near his tail. Kurama swung at them and sealed the technique. Sa, Hashirama-san is trying to create a golem again. Hashirama did not hesitate to create it, and it was enveloped in purple. Susanna. Ha, thank you Uchiha. With his smile, the shinobi god said. 2 Goodadams flew out of Naruto's back and stuck into Susanoo. They patted him a little, but that's okay. Naruto didn't want to kill them because it was just a mask behind which the same blonde fool was hiding. It's been so long since I've fought Naruto like this. N. And then is a great experience. The owner of the Rinnegan said with a grin. They started the battle again, which did not last long, as the Kurama with a cover of 2 Susanoo was stronger than the wooden golem. Kurama and the golem disappeared and went on to fight in taijutsu. N. Mokuton, the birth of the virgin forest. Ha, Mokuton, you're a true one. N. Mokuton, the highest education of the Buddha. 2 incredibly powerful techniques collided and Rosnisli, all in a diameter of 500 meters. Well, what was to be expected from a shinobi of this level? Sa, Raiden, Kirin. And the Thunder Dragon technique flew at them. Nagato the path of Prita, and he easily absorbed the technique while replenishing his stock. Everyone understood that it was better not to use techniques on Naruto and the red-haired one. On Kato, the Great Fiery Destruction. Kathan, the Song of the Golden Fire Dragons. Nag. Shinra Tensei. Nagato's technique accelerated Naruto's technique, and they already evaded the dragons, but from the fiery destruction of To, Switten, Water Dragon, the dragon flew out of the water at Hinata and Conan standing nearby. They almost managed to hit them, but then. N. Benshodanen Nag. Benshodanen, the water dragon began to fly towards them, and then the path of Prita was right there. Everyone went to taijutsu for them, although Akatsuki could use techniques, but they did not do it, just in taijutsu and genjutsu. Well, who could also in kenjutsu? Itachi caught Tobirama in Tsukiyomi. And there he tortured him for 83 days, 63 hours, 21 minutes and 47 seconds, and he showed there how Madara became Hokage and Tobirama almost died again, but not on this day. Then Hashirama went to Naruto Taijutsu. Naruto won, but Hashirama took at the expense of experience. Sakura flew to Hinata, but Hinata ran at the expense of Byakugan. And she lost. The final 2 years have passed. Akatsuki was already known all over the world. Every member of this organization was very strong, and shinobi prayed that Akatsuki would not appear to them on the mission. Kage decided to make a TIP. It took place in the land of iron. Hey, what kind of business do we need to destroy Akatsuki? I told her in my tone. May, Rakage, calm down, we can't defeat them. Don't you remember how the leader of the group destroyed your village with the help of one technique, and all because one of your shinobi cut his girlfriend's cheek? Hey, and that we need to gather our strength and destroy them. But then the culprit of the meeting comes out of the portal. Well, hello dear Kage, I'll stand here. Hei instantly turned on the cover and made 2 fingers of hell, but Naruto just spoiled fingers and broke them and threw Aya away. Na, I will start a conversation. Well, in general, the goal of our organization is power over the world and its subconscious. I'm offering you a welcome. All the Kage started attacking him. He played with them like with children and took them and threw them away. Well, since it's so, Kage dear, I declare to you the 4th World War of Shinobi. He disappeared into the portal. Tsu, I suggest we all unite and fight against Akatsuki. Gaara, I support Hokage. May, I'm also against such a strong enemy, we can't cope. Uno, good. Serioza, said the schizophrenic with his teeth. Paradise, okay, lean on you. An adult more asthmatic has already said, and the preparations for the war began. Naruto told them where the war would be, and it will be there where Naruto fought against Obito Jinchuriki 10-tailed. That I in front of Gaara stood 5 shinobi of great countries. GAA. I know that we have a lot of hostile, but we have to leave it all in the background. See, the future of the world depends on us. Imagine that you and your children will obey these Gaara Akatsuki, we have to defeat them. And it worked. Everyone started apologizing to each other and they rushed to the battlefield. They ran all day and stopped in front of them stood the same Naruto Uzumaki. He was pale and was wearing a white kimono with a tomo and a Rinnegan symbol. N. You accepted the challenge as if by accident. Hey, you think you can defeat the 5 great villages alone? Naruto just smiled. N. Well, let's start the fight. They thought that they would quickly fill up Naruto and everything is okay. But how is it wrong? When they encountered Naruto, he began to take them out to the right and to the left. But what is strange is that he did not kill anyone, when he had already beaten off half of the alliance. The Kage joined the battle. Hei turned on the cover, Tsunade turned on Byakugo, Gaara collected sand, Mizukage began to accumulate chakra for Yotan techniques, and Oanoki took off. N. Well, let's start. Oanoki immediately premiered the technique of his genome and it hit right on Naruto. They already thought that it was over, but no. He came out whole and unharmed. N. Old stump, what did you do with my kimono? Well, nothing Makoto. A tree golem. A great tree golem appeared in front of him. May, Yotan, stone golem. A golem appeared in front of them in the gap where there were no stones there was lava. The battle of the 2 giants began. They fought and Gaara attacked the golem with his sand, but he's not like. And then all the Kage put seals and shout, Kage. The great combo of the 5 elements, from each shinobi. Rays fly out that are responsible for their element and attack with their common efforts. They managed to destroy the golem. Naruto gathered the chakra in his hand and smashed the golem with one blow. N. Did you finally break it, my golem? And then finally the alliance attacks him. They became very close. Naruto saw how the hand of a friend began to promote his own hand. This is what he was trying to achieve, but okay. He continued the battles, and as he did not try to defeat him, at first they wanted to kill him, but then seal him. Point 1 Dick doesn't work out. Before the fight, Orochimaru obeyed and he resurrected 3 Hokage. The fight began with renewed vigor. Now they were getting a little darker. Naruto, but then Naruto looks into Fugaku's eyes and gets into Genjutsu. He immediately breaks out of it, but he has already been hit for that millisecond that he was in Genjutsu and they started beating him up a bit. He quickly threw kunai into the air and replaced himself with Yunel with the help of Aminoto Jikara. They fought for a long time. Naruto Dominaralval. Here all the Troy of the Piss are already connected to the battle. And they call their pets. N. Well, let me use the summoning technique. He said he bit the pillow of his fingers. And he called him. They didn't see who he called because of the big smoke, but it was already clear that this was a very strong call. When the call was dispelled, everyone saw his kubi, but Yoko.ku, do you really finally want to make your plan? And Naruto. Nah, well, what about Kurama? We start the fight. The wooden lava armor that covered Kurama began to come out of Naruto. He fucked everyone on the left and on the right, but I repeat, there were no deaths. only injuries, which was very strange. When the entire alliance was already defeated, the Kage joined the battle again. Kurama began to form Biju Damu and shot out of the Kage Minato with the help of the flight of the god of thunder. Me, Naruto, come home. Why do you need this power? Naruto looked at Minato with sadness for a second, but then turned to the rest of the Kage. Na, well, Kage, we start the battle. Kurama disappeared in a light haze and Naruto ran on them. The shinobi of the alliance looked at Naruto with admiration. He is not even 20, and he is superior to 4 Hokage, and they also joined the battle. They fought trusting each other with life. Naruto smiled. But then he got into Tobirama's genjutsu. He didn't pull out. To, tell me you don't want to fight. N, you are as brilliant as ever. Tobirama-san, Naruto said with a smile. Tobi, yes, but why are you doing this? I asked. My Hokage manner. N, you haven't noticed. Look, I have achieved great strength. I can destroy the alliance with one technique. When we get back, then look at the people. They trust each other's shoulders, and after I die, I hope that they will keep the peace. That, you are strong, I recognize your strength. They were in the real world, where Tobirama noticed that everything is as it is and smiled slightly. All shinobi of the alliance join hands and pass the chakra to Sasuke and Menma. They pierce his heart and the sky is waking up. All the shinobi shouted hooray. They understood that it was not all his strength, but why not? Naruto smiled the last time he fell to the ground, but that's what everyone thought. But then they come out, the last members of the Otsutsuki clan. Kinshiki, Urashiki, Mamashiki, Kagaya. They immediately wave Genjutsu. And Naruto turns out to be very alive, and they have already killed him for real. They put all the members of the alliance on their knees to see everything understood from the power. Meanwhile, Naruto, he appeared together very similar to the place where the tailed ones are, but somehow not so. Otsutsuki appeared in front of him. Ish, you lost to my clansmen. I knew that they would come sooner or later. N, who are you? And I am dead. Ish, I am Ishiki Otsutsuki, the strongest Otsutsuki. I stopped believing in the clan a long time ago and died, and you are on the threshold between the life of death. N, and why I'm here? Naruto asked. Ish, I specifically stopped you so that they would kill you. I will give you all my power and you will protect the world well. N, yes. They bumped fists. He felt an incredible strength. He became very much like Otsutsuki. Ish, goodbye, destroy them and let the Otsutsuki clan come from you only in a new guise. N, yes, Otsutsuki already wanted to start ruling, but they did not trust their censors. They felt the chakra of his Ishiki. Then Naruto got up and began to look like them. N, you made a giant mistake by breaking into the M planet. He started waving them stupidly. N, and these are the gods of Otsutsuki. The battles of the strongest Urashiki and Kinshiki were immediately killed. N, I will be your demise. He killed Momo and has already taken a swing to kill Kagaya and pierced her heart. Ka, you are strong, although it's a shame for me to admit it, but you are the strongest. But I have to take your soul with me. Naruto realized what she wanted and he smiled. He made a release of the tailed chakras and introduced everyone to Genjutsu. He and Kagaya scattered. Genjutsu instantly dissipated and there were no more bodies of Kagaya and Naruto. Everyone started shouting to please. The sky turned blue and the sun sowed. Everyone began to reconcile, and it was there that the treaty on the indestructible peace of 5 nations was signed. Everyone went home, but it was difficult. The strange thing is no one died. Absolutely no one died. Akatsuki logo. It, the world has finally come. Naruto. N, the great dream has been fulfilled. What are we going to do now? Ko, I suggest just traveling around the world, and helping ordinary people who did not own the chakra. Everyone looked at her and nodded. They had already become a non-blood family, so no one wanted to be separated. Peace came quickly. A year later, when the victory day in the war and all the residents who could were in Yanohei, they found Akatsuki on the former base. Naruto's plan to save the world from wars was found. The Hokage read it to everyone, and the 5 nations, having learned about it, began to shout Naruto's name. He is a hero who saved the world from hatred, but who knows if this is the end of this story. Naruto was considered a hero and believed that his heirs did not exist, but in one day. End.